Greetings, adventurers. This is DM Kurt, and for the first time in 5e, I chose to multiclass a character. I was kind of surprised, because usually I'm against multiclassing. And my reasons for being against multiclassing, I accept that it happens. I don't have a huge problem with it, but I just not 100% on board usually. First of all, if you choose to multiclass, you're going to be denying yourself the capstone ability at level 20 in either class. Not that you're likely to get there, because most campaigns just don't take characters that far. But you delay the cool mid-level abilities quite a bit. And usually when a player does it, sometimes there's story reasons. Sometimes it fits within the character, and sometimes they're doing it because they think there's going to be some kind of weird synergy that's greater than the sum of its parts between class features of two of the classes. For a while, people talked about, I believe it was Sorcerer Paladin or Sorcerer Warlock having some weird thing with how spell slots worked and getting a little over advantageous. So what I had was a Rune Knight, which is a character class fighter with the subclass from Tasha's guide. And what it does is it uses the Tasha's guide. Yes, Tasha's. It studies magic to the point where it gets to use runes that are giant related to augment the fighter's fighting abilities. And the character that the DM and I, because hey, I took a turn at being a player, worked with was that this fighter was unusually intelligent, proud of her intelligence, and studied magic using the sage background for a fighter. Now the Rune Knight gets a lot of actions in the bonus action type, and so we kind of thought about it, and there was always this, are you going to ever multi-class in a wizard? Yeah, eventually. So I got to 8th level as a fighter and took a level of wizard. Now, generally speaking, when you decide to take a class of wizard, you get pretty much no proficiencies, not a whole lot, other than start off with the spell book, 3 cantrips of your choosing, and 6 first level spells of your choosing, because that's what first level wizards start out with. And the DM, who is my son, said, if you let me pick your spells, I'll give you some campaign-specific stuff. Okay, cool. So he chose one campaign-specific spell to add to it that wouldn't otherwise have been an option because it wasn't in Player's Handbook or any of the books I have. It was called Frost Fingers, and it's a version of Burning Hands that does cold damage instead. It was appropriate, and we kind of talked about what type of spell she'd use, and it was spells that would either augment her physical capabilities or to gain knowledge. She was all about gaining knowledge. So we got Comprehend Languages, Featherfall, which would be useful for someone who lives in the mountains, and we got Long Strider, Jump, Expeditious Retreat, and yeah, the Frost Fingers one, that makes 6. So it's my first foray into multiclassing in 5e. I'm not unhappy with it. It should be interesting. It's not really going to be, the most powerful way I could have gone. My other option would be to stick with fighter, get the additional hit points, and get the additional attack per round a little bit sooner. But I think I might go into just do the fighter magic mix and see how this goes. That's it. DM Kurt, out.